Hello, you're on the air.
Alex?
Yes.
Hi. First of all, it is just such like the biggest pleasure to even talk to you.
Oh, God. The jabbering Alex Jones. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. No, it's true. I mean, the first thing I want to do is like give you the biggest hug because I know how you feel. First of all, I'm like the original minion. I work for the Capitol, and I've been through a legislative session, and I worked in the broadcasting part, and when I saw how laws were made and who they were made for, I just lost my appetite.
You're saying when you saw the insurance companies come in and actually write the bills?
Yes.
When you saw the big landowners and the oil people coming in and funding environmentalists,
and $5,000 suits and shoes and lobbyists like pigeons gathered on the third floor. And I'll tell you something, Alex. I really feel for you. I read this book called The Committee of 300. I don't know if you've read it or not.
That's the upper room of the power structure. They have in the U.S. The House is the Council on Foreign Relations. The Senate is the CFR. They take direct orders from a trilateralist group called the Bilderbergers in Europe.
Right. Now, are they like the Masons or the Freemasons or something?
Well, the Masons were perfect for the Masons were originally secret construction guilds because during the Dark Ages, the church and some other people wouldn't allow colleges unless it was religious based. So to keep the building alive, to build cathedrals, the Catholic Church allowed them to do this, but it had to be done in secret. And so a lot of power was concentrated in the Freemasons. And then Adam Weishaupt at Ingolstadt University in 1776 created a criminal organization called the Illuminati, and they killed people, they took over a lot of things, they paid off people, they had a lot of royalty involved, and they were basically organized criminals. So basically any secret organization or club or clique is perfect to be infiltrated by criminal organizations. But most Masons really want to help the community and are just ignorant, and it's just the upper rooms.
Well, but I'll tell you, I saw the thing where you did the DPS protest. Man, you were right on the money. I feel like, I even left a note on your comment line. I don't like giving my fingerprint, and you had the guts enough to go and stand up against it. So if all you ever accomplish in your life is that you have the guts to go and say what everybody else is afraid of doing, man, you have done more than any politician. Because when all they cared about during last legislative session, do you know what they cared about? That God-blessed stadium at UT. And I mean, that's all they cared about getting passed. What businesses can make the most money paying the least taxes? And I know, Alex, this is going to sound really silly, but you are really sexy in this video.
Hey, do you still work there?
At the Capitol?
Yeah. Can you,
But I can't tell you where, because my boss is watching.
I don't want you to give out your name or anything, but later on when you see those contact numbers, maybe if you have access to a computer, email me or something. We can get a lot of inside information that way. You could be a mole for it.
I'd rather tell Alex myself.
Well, that's fine.
But, anyway, another thing, and I'll let y'all go, but I saw this program about how they've already got those cameras in Germany, or in some place where they're watching traffic and stuff like that. Do you think, like, eventually cameras are going to be in our homes, or somehow or another we're just going to be followed?
What's your first name?
Andrea.
Well, Andrea, let's be absolutely truthful about this. 2.5 months ago in Germany, and I saw the proceedings on C-SPAN, both the upper and the lower house in Germany almost unanimously passed indiscriminate wiretapping, bugging of homes. That's bugs in homes, micro cameras put in citizens' homes as long as it wasn't in the sleeping area. And guess who's exempt? I say this every show.
The government.
Politicians, lobbyists, and psychiatrists.
Those lobbyists, to me, if you're ever at the Capitol, which I'm sure you are around session, which I hope to, I don't know, but around session, it's just incredible. I mean, you ought to see it smells of money, and it's like one big chess game.
Well,
it's like one big mental chess game.
Almost every big building downtown, if you'll notice, near the Capitol is what? It's ultimately a lobbyist group. If you'll notice, start reading the buildings anywhere around the Capitol, and all of them are run or operated or rented or leased by lobbyist groups. I mean, that's a fact. You can just drive around town and look.
Well, they're already putting chips in dogs as ways to find them and locate them. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
They're putting chips in Special Forces military, which I don't have a problem for, because, they could get lost and they need that. The SEALs are getting them and the Delta's getting them, who is going to come to Austin. But the problem is when you've got Time Magazine, April 27th, page 42 through 49, talking about the best part is your daughter can have a chip under her skin.
Oh, for the kids, of course.
Yes, and you won't have to buy your daughter the drinks at the bar. So your daughter's just this
pawn.
Well, just this worthless whore. You don't care if she's out getting banged by the football team.
Really?
Excuse me. Just as long as you don't have to buy the drinks. Now that's not me. That's Time Magazine. That's a brain crime.
Yeah.
They're like teaching sickness and twisted mental systems. I mean, I don't even know how to explain that.
Oh, I know. Listen, I worked at Channel 7 for about a year and a half, and talk about media with a mental illness. I mean, having mental illness. My Lord, that place was just, I mean, electroshock therapy for everybody. Please. I mean, and myself included. I got so sick of what was news and what wasn't. And, the media attracts a lot of sick people, period.
It has attracted me, yes.
Well, you're not. But anyway,
listen, I am crazy compared to the rest of society, and I am eccentric, and I am strange compared to most people. But at the same time, my whole life, I never liked bullies.
Yeah.
I enjoyed nothing more than, I mean, I'm telling you, that's the way I've always been, and I'm just sick of these people, and I'm sick of seeing people feeling like they're part of the establishment.
Yeah.
They're not part of the establishment, and they have no honor, they have no nothing.
Integrity or anything.
In fact, Mike's got it on tape in there. We haven't put it together yet. Me and Mike last week went down to Channel 36.
Olivera Station?
36 is NBC,
yeah,
right?
NBC.
And I went down there, and we said, we've got footage that Patricia Moore got of mass graves, of tanks, in southern Mexico, in Chiapas, in Guatemala. Do you want the footage from her? And the guy said, no, we don't want to work with you. And I was dressed nice, being very polite. He said, no, we'll get our own news, thank you.
Oh, of course.
Whatever. News is fabricated like processed food. It's just all the... And, really, I wish sometimes I didn't have a TV because, I mean, what good does it do but make me afraid to go out at night, which I have good reason, I guess. But, I mean, all Austin's good for anymore is these damn semiconductor plants. Lord knows I don't like computers. What am I supposed to do with my life? Just be a zombie?
Well, computers are good and they're bad in that technology's a double-edged sword.
Well, I know you've got a lot of people to talk to, but I think you're really cool. And, all those people that get on there, they just don't have a brain. And when they say all that.
Well, anytime you want to send us to the mailing address any information,
okay.
I mean, we don't know who you are, and we would like you to send us any corruption that you can from the Capitol.
Oh, God, have you got, like, major...
Or the best part would be feds coming in with Clinton's $4.6 billion that he's handed out this year to take over state and local governments.
Oh, God, would you think I was awful if I said I didn't like him as a president?
I don't like him as a president.
I think he's a liar, and I think they're all professional liars. And I think that I don't know where they learned to do it. His smug little grin, it just irritates me to no end, and I cannot believe he's running the country. Of course, he's not, but it's just pretty disgusting. They're all a bunch of paid liars. I mean, I guess my uncle feels the same way. He was a fugitive for years and running from the police, and...
I really can't do Clinton.
I know. When he really drums up a whopper, though, have you noticed? He closes his eyes like he's getting ready to pray. And he's really dreamt up a whopper. He'll go...
Monica Lewinsky.
Well, yeah, I think the best thing we can do is work for this policy, and we need to support the United Nations.
Okay, and Al Gore, did you see that he didn't donate anything to charity? Did you see that he's Mr. Charitable and he didn't donate a dime?
But he donated your money to the bankers.
Oh, worse than that, he came and had a little fundraiser at an elementary school here in Texas. This just happened last week, and he had the school district pay for it.
Oh, and Gary Morrow did the same thing. He didn't donate anything. I hope I didn't step on any toes.
No, Gary Morrow, he's an American patriot.
But he didn't donate anything either. I gave more to the Salvation Army than those guys gave to anybody else.
But you see, they are giving us their minds.
Yeah, they're the breadth of their knowledge. They are giving their service.
Oh, it makes me want to get sick. I mean, if people are having a hard time losing weight, all they got to do is watch World News Tonight.
Listen, I appreciate your call.
Thanks. Bye.
That's a nice lady. Hello, you're on the